everyone, and welcome to a new video. I am in my bed at the moment and I'm very comfortable, as you can see, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about The Moment of Lift by Melinda Gates. I recently listened to this book on audiobook and I really did enjoy it, and I wanted to share some of my thoughts, some of the reasons that I really enjoyed it, and why I think that everyone should read this book. The Moment of Lift is written by Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates is the wife of Bill Gates, who founded and created Microsoft. And they both, I became interested in them after their documentary on Netflix. So after I saw this documentary, I became really interested in their work in philanthropy, and I really wanted to see what they are doing around the world. And I stumbled upon the book by Melinda Gates, and the book basically is about empowering women and how that basically helps the world. So Melinda takes a sort of very data-driven, statistical kind of approach and perspective about why empowering women and why equality between men and women is so important. So this book is not a memoir, it's very far from that. Melinda Gates basically, she tells the story of various women, and the book is almost divided by the issues that women face throughout the world, and how her foundation and how local leaders are helping to combat these issues and make lives better for women. And of course, I think that one of the things that I really did enjoy was the fact that Melinda she isn't like, oh, I'm doing this stuff and here's what I'm doing and here's the work that my foundation does. She focuses a lot on the stories of other female leaders that are just working really hard to make the world a better place. So some of the issues that Melinda Gates talks about is sex workers, women in agriculture, difference in pay, religion, basically culture, child marriage, all of these things that sadly still occur around the world. And she goes through each of these issues and she talks about the statistics behind it and just how we can help and how females are really fighting for a better life. I really like that she, despite the horrible things that she is discussing in her book, it contains a lot of hope, because she constantly, I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but she constantly talks about the work that is being done and how we are making progress. Slow, but we are making progress. Personally, I think that I had various topics that kind of spoke out to me. The first one was religion. Melinda Gates is a Catholic. I'm a Catholic. And she talks about how she felt that there were certain aspects that went against her religion, and how her religion kind of, they started writing articles about her and how she was going against the work of God for basically providing women with contraceptives. And I really did enjoy that, how she discusses and how she talks about it, because it's something that I think I struggle with as well. Apart from that, she really talked about women in agriculture, which I did not even consider, and she dedicated a section about it, and how basically women who do agriculture, sadly they don't have the resources to expand their agriculture practice. I'm trying to find a word, their business. For instance, I forgot which country it was, but she talks about how basically women cannot go to certain events and education symposiums and stuff like that, where they provide seeds that are better suited to the land, and how basically women are not allowed to enter these educational resources. They don't have the access to them. And it's amazing to see how, I don't know, it was something that I was ignorant about, and that I think that not many of us really think about. But yeah, women are doing hard agricultural work that they love, and we need to give these women the resources to continue to grow what they love and to continue to expand their business. So yeah, that's another aspect of the book that I really did enjoy. And next, I think she talks about sex workers, which is also a very touchy subject. I don't think that anyone particularly likes to address it, but she talks about how women are put in are just living in these horrible conditions, that the only way that they can provide for their families is through sex work, and how that job in itself is society has degraded and treats them horribly because of the work that they do. But Melinda Gates brings a perspective of these women are doing this type of work because it means either doing it or letting their children just starve and die. And it's just the dire circumstances in which these women are put into. And she talks about talking with them, with the sex workers, and how that in turn gave her a lot of perspective. And it's very eye-opening and very insightful to really understand where these women are coming from. I think that people sometimes are very quick to judge when they see the things that these women are put through. But yeah, it's just, again, I really just want to commend Melinda Gates for really putting this out there and giving women and everyone around the world access to the information that is included in this book. And I like that it's very factual, so you almost can't deny it, because, and by that I mean the benefits of making women's lives better. She goes through the numbers of how economies prosper better, how people are happier, how basically giving women power and having gender equality really does affect various aspects of our living and of our society. So it's just a very wonderful read. And there was also a line, I think I'm gonna put a clip of it if I can. If I cannot, I'll just explain it to you. She basically goes to say, she's talking about privilege and how society is very hesitant to acknowledge the issues that are occurring not only in the United States but everywhere around the world. And she has a line which just almost even took my breath away. She talks about how sadly society doesn't want to change because it doesn't want to acknowledge that some of the successes that they would otherwise attribute or would think that are attributed to their own merit are, or could be rather, caused by privilege. And that's why people don't want to give that up. And it's that passage. I'm gonna try again to include a clip of the audiobook. It's very eye-opening, and I just really did enjoy this book a lot. So yeah, I think that more of a review, I think that this is a sort of insight into what the book is, and I just think it's wonderful. I think that really Melinda Gates used her platform as a philanthropist to really bring and shine a light into the things that are occurring around the world, and to also credit and, I don't know, kind of show the world that there are many leaders around the world that are doing this work. I mean, the entire chapter on child marriage and how they have managed to combat child marriage in various countries. It's a beautiful chapter because you get to see how women are being saved from these just horrible situations. So yeah, I think that, as you can see, I'm really passionate about it. I think that it's one of my favorite books of the year because it's very insightful, and it even encouraged me to just read more nonfiction. I think that sometimes I read a lot of fiction, which is fun and interesting, but I really want to read more nonfiction, more about topics that I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about human rights, women rights, feminism, all of that aspect, but also questioning why our society is the way that it is. And yeah, I think that this is a bit of a deep video, but I don't know, I'm just really hopeful. After you read this book, it leaves you with a sense of hope that things are gonna get better, and that we are working to shine a light on these issues and to really make women all around the world have great and empowered lives. And yeah, it's just great. I think please just comment below if you have read this book, and if you have any recommendations on feminist reads and yeah, books about the history of women's rights and women's suffrage, please just send them my way. I'm really I'm really excited to get to learn more and more about these issues. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully with this, I'm not sure if this is a quick video, but thank you for watching my thoughts on Melinda Gates' The Power of Lift. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys with the next video. Bye.